torque those down yet again to the specs. Boys, we are doing everything legit on this runner because we got too much money in this thing to be joking around with tightening bolts and snapping things. And this thing looks gorgeous. We also have an exhaust head here for our exhaust pipe, and this one has an O-ring on it. So we're not going to be running our standard gasket that we bought, and it looks like it's just going to use an O-ring. So now we bolted that up, got that thing torqued down, even though we're going to have to take it back off to do a leak down test here in a moment, which I forgot about. But everything else on the engine is sitting nice and pretty, and this thing is finally looking like a full, complete engine again. This is a huge step in the runner build, and it's only getting closer to actually being the first fire up. We got a massive Gilera carb here, a 34 millimeter with a giant intake that we're going to slap on as well. So we get our PM tuning intake onto here, and we have some beautiful V-force reeds to go on as well. All right, boys, well, today is the air leak down test day on our engine now that it is all sealed up, and I'm glad to say that we have been out here already, and man, it's not focusing, but we set it to 6.5 psi, and that thing ain't moving. It's been about maybe 5-10 minutes, but we usually aim for about 20 minutes, and this thing ain't even moving at all. So the first time I put it on, it did, and then I figured out that it just didn't like how I had the exhaust blocked off before. So I usually have a typical exhaust plate I use for a block off, but this exhaust port is so wide that it was just a millimeter too short, and there was a little air seeping through. So instead, I just smash this into the grip, and it's basically just blocking this port off. You can see it's like a giant bubble. It's pretty funny. A giant bubble in there right now. It's pretty funny. It looks crazy, but it's holding air. Like I said, it has not gone down even the slightest bit. So we sprayed a bunch of soap and all that. That's why everything's kind of wet in here, as you can see. But went around here, just double checked everything was sitting nice and nothing is bubbling. This is obviously soap in here, so it's bubbly regardless, but you would notice if there's an air leak. You will see bubbles popping out all over the place. So we got everything plugged off on here, and I'm happy to say that our motor is healthy and perfectly sealed up. So that is a big check mark off the list for our engine, because now for the engine it is just slapping the CVT in there and the ignition, and the engine is basically done. I wanted to pull this crown nut off and do that in this video, but I do not believe we're gonna have time to do that in this video because I wanna post this video Sunday, and I'm actually gonna go handle that Sunday night. So that'll probably be in the next video, but we're gonna take it to a lathe and cut down both these crown nuts so we can run two, pretty much the height of one, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and wrap this motor assembly up, get her all cleaned up, and throw our carb on now. Check this thing out now. Man, it looks so good. This thing looks absolutely amazing. It is so fresh. The case is all brand new looking with the vapor hone. Every single bushing in this entire motor and frame over there